What's up guys, Nukin here, and I'm back with another Galaxy Heroes video, and we're going to be talking about what the heck do you do with Bossk. So Bossk has been out for 2 weeks now, and now we have the full big picture. We have a new Vandor Chewbacca and a young Han Solo, 2 new Scoundrels. We also have the news of the Territory Wars, Bounty Hunter, and Scoundrel faction bonuses. Bossk is both of those, by the way, so he gets both bonuses, and we're going to also review his original strengths when he came into the game. So hopefully with all of this information we can make a good decision about what we should be doing. Should we be acquiring his shards? Should we be gearing him up and leaving him at low stars from where we got him? Do his strengths align with your player individual goals? So I'll also be talking and answering those questions myself later on in the video. So hopefully this video is informative to you guys, and I would like to know what you guys are doing with Bossk in the comments below, so let me know. And without further ado, let's talk about Bossk and his strengths in the game. So before you can answer the question about whether I should get Bossk or not, or whether I should gear up Bossk right now, you need to first take a look at his strengths in the game. So right now, he's very good in the Heroic Sith Raid. In fact, he's so good that you can run him as a leader, you can run him as a 5th character on another Bounty Hunter led team, you can run him in Phase 1, you can run him in Phase 2, you can run him in any tier of the Sith Raid. He's very good in the Sith Raid, so if you need some assistance in this category, if you want to score higher or you need an extra team for a particular phase, this is one of the heroes, and the Bounty Hunters of course, that you can take into the raid and do well. On top of that, he's very good in dark side territory battles. He's so good that a Bossk led Bounty Hunter team can complete all of the missions on auto, so we'll have a clip later on in the video showcasing that. He's also the best galactic bounties leader, so that is that rare event where you take the bounty hunters to fight against enemies, and then your victory, your spoils of the victory are rare character shards. So right now some of the rarest character shards you can acquire are Wampa shards, and those rewards should be rotating, so if you invest in the bounty hunters over the long term, there should be some valuable stuff eventually that'll be worthwhile for your investment. The cool thing about that is I don't think you need a 7-star Bossk to participate in that event, so if you just gear him up, he should do very well. And on top of that, we have two new faction bonuses. So Bossk is both a bounty hunter and a scoundrel, so we have 2 new territory war faction bonuses for Bossk. So now we're going to move on to some gameplay. This is, I believe, Phase 4 with the Bounty Hunters, and me playing it on manual, just kind of messing around. Not perfect Bounty Hunter gameplay, but we're going to talk about the Territory War faction bonuses. After this clip, I'm going to showcase some of the Bounty Hunters doing the same mission on auto. So let's talk about TW faction bonuses. So Bossk and the Bounty Hunters, not only are they Bounty Hunters, they're also Scoundrels. So there were 2 faction bonuses, and they can get both of them since they meet both criteria. So just like how there's some Empire and Sith double synergy with Palpatine and Darth Vader, there is double synergy in TW with the Bounty Hunters since they are also Scoundrels. So let's start looking at some of these faction bonuses. So first up, we have a step ahead. This is the Scoundrel faction bonus. Now Scoundrels are going to have 20% critical chance as long as they have protection in Territory Wars. Now this is the same on defense, and it's the same on offense. Not the most exciting faction bonus, but 20% is decent. You can definitely mod your characters to have crit damage sets and crit damage triangles, and it helps if you're going to run a Boba Fett lead and you want to run 2-piece potency sets, so you can have your bounty hunters be a little bit more tanky and not have to worry so much about critical chance to make sure that you're critting getting with your bounty hunters. So that is a decent faction bonus. Now let's take a look at the extra faction bonus that is specific for bounty hunters. The faction bonus is called Wet Work, and I want to do a quick shout out to Donnie and to James for letting me know what it actually was. It's basically a contract where you have a project to go take someone out. So it makes sense because bounty hunters have contracts in the game. And so Wet Work, this is the TW bonus right here. Whenever bounty hunters critically hit, they're going to gain stacking critical damage, and they're going to cleanse themselves of all debuffs. So you're going to gain 15% critical damage. Now they also have stacking critical damage in the Heroic Sith raid. In the raid, they need to take out units, they need to kill them. In TW, all you need to do is critically hit, and that is pretty easy to do, especially if you have AoE area of effect attacks. So potentially with both of those TW bonuses, a Bossk bounty hunter team could potentially take out maybe a first order defensive meta team. So that'll be interesting to see if they can do that. Now we also have a young Han Solo and a Vandor Chewbacca who have just come into the game. Now Vandor Chewbacca seems to only support light side scoundrels, so that's a little bit disappointing. And young Han Solo doesn't seem to really fit too well on a dark side sort of bounty hunter scoundrel squad, so I don't really see him being used with Bossk, so we're not going to really factor him in about Bossk and should we acquire him and use him. So after reviewing all of this information, now you have to decide what you're going to do with Bossk. So if you're going to use him for galactic bounties, all you need to do is to gear him up. I feel like that is a cherry on top type of event, so not sort of an event where you need to panic farm him, and you can also complete him without Bossk as well. I've showcased that. If you want to use him in TW, all you need to do is to gear him up. If you want to use him in territory battles, you need to take him up to at least 5 stars to do all of the bounty hunter specific missions. And if you want to use him in the Sith raid, you need to at least star him up to the tier that your guild is currently rating at. So now I'm going to talk about what I am personally doing. I'm going to connect Bossk Strengths and see if they connect with my individual goals and if it helps me out at all. And in the background we have Bossk in dark side territory battles basically being able to auto TB, so that's pretty cool. So what am I doing? So first of all, I got Traya, Dark Traya recently, and I'm doing quite well at the moment. I am getting top 3 in the Heroic Sith raid, and even if I wasn't getting top 3, I would be very comfortable getting top 10. In fact, I am so comfortable in the Heroic Sith raid that I can see in the near future, if I really tried, I could potentially get scores over 20 million at the end of the raid. So I definitely do not need another Sith raid team. For dark side territory battles, I was able to get perfect combat waves and beat the Imperial Probe Droid mission. Although it is appealing to have a auto team for dark side TB with the bounty hunters, I am perfectly okay playing on manual. For the galactic bounties, I already had all the rewards 7 stars, so the shards just turned into shard store currency for me, so that wasn't too exciting. And this past TW, I got over 300 banners, and I normally get between 150 to 200, so I'm not in dire need for another TW team either. So for me personally, if I were to basically look at all this and answer the question, am I going to get Bossk right now? For me, it does not make sense, because ironically, even though Bossk aligns with all of my goals in the game to do exceptional in the Heroic Sith raid and to get maximum combat in territory battles and do my very best in territory wars and have fun, I'm already comfortable with where I'm at. I'm very satisfied with where I'm at, and so I'm not in a dire need to go ahead and pay for the marquee event price, which is the $12.99 crystal packs. I'm comfortable waiting, following his character cadence where he goes into the shipments for 80 crystals per shard, and I might even be comfortable waiting until he becomes grindable on a cantina node, whether it be in the cantina or light side and dark side hard nodes, for example. So that's where I'm at. Where are you guys at? Did you already get Bossk to 7 stars? Are you waiting until he's in the shipments, or are you gonna wait until he's on a grindable node? So in the comments below, let me know where your Bossk is at. What gear level is he? What star level is he? And what are your future plans for your Bossk? And while you're down there, let me know if this video was helpful as well. And if it was, give it a thumbs up. It means a lot. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Cheers.
Then I'm the macho like Randy. The club will go ice for granted.